Forward to it. Thank you, Chris. A domestic dispute ends with one man dead, another arrested for murder, following a shooting on the Far East Side over the weekend.
CBS 4's Jesse Wells explains what court documents claim happened in the moments leading up to the deadly violence.
According to court records, just 5 minutes before he was killed, the victim called 911 and reported he was on his way to this street to help his girlfriend in a domestic dispute involving her ex. Unfortunately, that dispute ended with violence seconds before police could arrive. Just after 4 o'clock Sunday morning, police believe 29-year-old Zayshawn Davis was shot and killed trying to help his girlfriend in this neighborhood along James Run Way. The woman who witnessed the violence firsthand told detectives she got into an argument with her former boyfriend, got out of his car, and walked over to Davis, who was sitting in his own SUV, when the suspect suddenly came up behind her and opened fire. Police arrived seconds later and took the accused killer, Quentin Sanders, into custody as he tried to drive out of the neighborhood, still covered in the victim's blood and armed with the murder weapon.
Domestic violence can have an impact on everyone.
Daniette Smith with the Indy Champion says the shooting outside this home illustrates why they encourage domestic violence victims and their loved ones to call police or safety advocates and get their help de-escalating conflicts peacefully instead of confronting potentially dangerous suspects on their own.
If you are in serious danger, definitely call the police. That's the first thing you should do. Please try not to call your loved ones, try not to call your friends, try not to call anyone that's connected until you've called the police first.
That's right.
So that way we can prevent a homicide.
But you can't ever bring back that life, and that's why we want to urge and remind the community, please do not try to solve these types of conflicts on your own. Any time could be, a firearm could be present, and it's not worth losing your life over.
And I'll just say this. There's always 3 victims. The one, which is the woman, she's going to be emotionally the victim. You got the individual that's physically the victim, the new boyfriend, he's dead. And then you have the suspect, you know what I'm saying? And he's a victim of his own emotions. And he's going to now probably serve the rest of his life in jail over some kitty cat that's now neither one of yours. Does that make sense? So now you just killed a man over some cat that ain't yours or his now. Now it's another man's. That's the killer part about this, man. Y'all got to be so emotional. Y'all women need to avoid guys like this. These are red flags that I think y'all probably already know, but y'all like it. It's adrenaline rushing, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of women that like guys like this. They go out to these type of dudes because it's fun. It's exciting, but it's also dangerous. And he also has nothing to lose. And you and your family could become a victim in your next man. It's like a endless cycle, you know. But what can you do? A lot of people, they sit back and they try to make jokes of this. I'm in the nursing field, and there's a lot of women there that cycle through a lot of men. Let's just say that, right? I don't want to put too much information out. And this is from any place I've ever worked out. And I've worked over 15 places, maybe 20 different locations of nurses locations. And this stuff is everywhere. And there's a lot of women that like these type of guys. You know what I mean? The drug dealers, the dangerous guys, the YNs. Not knowing these guys ain't got shit to lose. You better hope that cat ain't that good. You better hope he just be like, you know what, whatever. I don't want it. Because if not, you about to deal with a situation like this. You sure is. Let's keep going. Let's see what they got to end with.
According to this affidavit, Sanders admitted he had been arguing with his ex and told detectives, "I'm not a bad person, I'm not no monster or anything," before he asked for an attorney. Finally, Sanders is due in court for an initial hearing later this week. In the meantime, he's being held without bond pending the filing of formal charges by the prosecutor's office. Jesse Wells.
Yeah, man. So he not a bad person, but you just did a bad thing, sir. And that could be possibly true. But at the end of the day, you couldn't control your emotions. I tell women this all the time. I say, y'all want men to be these simp type guys. Some of these simps will kill you in your family now. Some of these simps will do you in and do they self afterwards. You get what I'm saying? I don't think y'all getting what I'm putting down. It's best to not allow a man to cling on to you as much as you think that was cute, fun, exciting. It might not be the result that you're actually looking for because it can get fatal. Imagine this guy, and this is just a hypothetical situation. This man, you and him hit it off, but he's not motivated. He wants to sleep under you. He wants to be clingy to you, but he's not motivated. And now what? You think you're just going to call it quits? No, ma'am. not to a man that is mentally unstable. It doesn't even, and you won't even notice this. Possibly, it's a possibility. You might know here and there. He might be a little angry that you're texting another person, or you used to text somebody prior to him. But then you're not going to think too much of that until something more evolves. Until you're like, man, this guy's not motivated. This guy don't want nothing to do with his life. He don't want to go farther than he's going right now. So you try to end it. Hypothetically, you try to end it. And he ain't going for none. So you're like, fuck it. I'm just going to get another boyfriend anyway. He's not accepting that. And that's the type of man that y'all deal with. Whose fault is this? It's multiple people's fault. It's the woman's fault for, I guess, not putting her foot down. But at the end of the day, you let it get too far. It's his fault for not controlling his emotions, because he's going to end up in jail. He has nothing to lose, or he wouldn't have done that. Any man that has something to lose wouldn't have done that. I don't even mess with women that don't have anything to lose. If you don't got nothing to lose, I don't even want to deal with you. I don't even want you around me. I don't want you talking to me. I don't want your input. I don't want nothing from you. Because if you don't have nothing to lose, that means you're willing to jeopardize everything and anything. I need women around me that have a job to go to, assets to lose if they go to jail. So then I know that you'll be on your best behavior. Some people need incentives in order not to do dumb stuff. These is probably a guy sleeping under her. Found another guy pronto. You know how that go. But look at that as a story. She's gonna be lonely, cool. She's just gonna get another man. Just like that, wipe her hands with it. He's dead and the other one's in jail. This sounds like a continuous story that always goes on when it comes with something like this in a domestic dispute. Now, this is kind of rare in a situation. Not really, but it happens. It also happens to vice versa. You know what I mean? But that's never usually reported. Now, if the guy, I would say this, if he came to the house and called the police and said, hey, man, I'm heading over to the house. They claimed that he waited in the car and he did what he was supposed to do. But that didn't stop him. Don't be trying to be no captive saver, ho. The best thing you could have done is just call the police and stay the fuck back. That's beyond you, brother. That's beyond you. That's between him and those officers now. And he did have partially the right thing. And he's probably super concerned of his girl. But it gave him time enough to get to the crib, wait for the police. Police is 1 second too late. And I tell people, a crime is in dispute. Crime is happening currently in your range. And what are you supposed to do? Wait for the officers to pull up, the ones that got the guns? How about, where's your gun? Because this man could have easily protected himself by having his own firearm. But then again, he was in a situation where he's just trying to protect the woman. There's multiple situations where a random man is trying to protect a woman from another man. And he ends up dying and the woman just goes scot-free. Innocent man dies. Ex-man goes to jail. Woman is just hurt. Look, and this is my opinion, take it with a grain of salt. Y'all need to stop dealing with men that ain't got a purpose. If he puts all you in, and I know a lot of women are like, oh man, I just want him to care about me, love me, yeah. Until he's love bombing you, until it becomes a fatal attraction. If I was a woman, I'd rather have a man that's focused on his purpose and barely gives me time. And I make him happy when he sees me. That means that man doesn't need me, I need him. But they want men that need them, and then get mad when they're like this. It's sometimes for men it's off or on. Either they're full throttle on you or they're not. Pick your poison. That's all. It comes with risks. That's all. You want loneliness, or you want a killer. Sometimes the guys that sit in the middle. Y'all don't want them. They're the boring guys, the 9-to-5ers. Y'all want drug dealers and killers and YNs. Ones that toting a pistol, scratched off cereal. I'm just saying. Tell me if I'm lying in the chat, please. If anything I said is a lie, or you can agree slightly to it, put that in the chat because I want to know. These are at least the women I associate with that associates with lots of men in relationships. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. It's your boy Angelo Savage, the Savage Report. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.